Hello, everybody out there in podcast world and podcast land. Welcome to the Chi True Podcast with your boy Justin J. Will, whatever you want to call me. Hope you guys are doing well out there. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're having a good night whenever you may be listening to this. I appreciate you for dropping in, checking in on your boy, checking in with the Chi True, man. So, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. So, I appreciate it. I'm doing okay. I'm just fighting some allergies here and there, but besides that, no complaints. I'm alive, I'm breathing, so I'm good, man. Here to talk to you, here to give you some of this cheap truth, here to give you the truth for cheap. You know how I do around these parts, man. So let's just hop right into it, man. So I won't keep you long. Got a few things to talk about. To be honest, I'm probably really just gonna talk about like one sports thing, and that's dealing with LeBron James, and just asking y'all why y'all hate him so much despite all his success. I'll get into that later on. We can have a whole little discussion about that. Have a little powwow about your boy LeBron. And I don't know what comes after that, man. I don't know. I may just cap it off at that. Depending on how I feel. You never know, man. This is cheap truth, man. I can do what I want to. So let's hop right into it, man. So before I get into that, I want to talk about this damn volcano erupting over in Hawaii, man. Have y'all been following that story? I haven't necessarily followed it that closely. I've seen little bits and pieces about it, uh, on the internet or whatever. I see little snippets of it, just browsing the web, but I haven't really paid that much attention to it. But apparently, it's doing some damage, destroyed like 35 structures. So I guess that includes houses and whatever else. Could be schools, could be for whatever kind of buildings, department stores or whatever. It said 35 structures, 35 buildings, basically. So, first of all, I don't know about y'all. You not finna move me nowhere near a goddamn volcano. Now, I'm not moving anywhere close to a volcano. It's just not happening. That ain't happening, partner. That's where I draw the line right there. I understand that depending upon what situation you're in, your budget. You can't help where you were raised. You can't help where you live. Well, you can depending upon how old you are. But I guess for some people, they may just be stuck with where they're at. That they can only live where they can afford to be, I guess. Maybe the only place you can afford to be is near a volcano, capable of erupting at any time and spewing lava that's like 2,000 degrees. I would say that if I was in that position, I would do everything possible to get myself out. Seriously, man, would y'all move to somewhere like that? The only thing that I could envision myself doing is if I just had bread like that, I have a rental property out there or something. Now, I'm not for sure, how, I imagine it's Hawaii, it's a part of Hawaii, and Hawaii is supposed to be just a tourist destination. It's supposed to be really beautiful. I guess the name of it is Leilani Estates, Hawaii. So I imagine that's probably a pretty place. It's a pretty place, got good scenery or whatever. So maybe it's a beautiful place to live. And I don't know what the frequency is, of events like this. Does it happen once every 10 years, once every 15 years? However often it happens, to me, once is enough. Shoot. Then you got the volcanoes. You got volcanoes erupting. And then you got the damn earthquakes that come afterwards or come with it. That's just doing too much right there. I couldn't do it, bro. I don't know about y'all. How about y'all? Could y'all do it? I couldn't do it. Now, I can see somebody arguing, well, depending upon where you live or, wherever you live, you're going to have to deal with Mother Nature showing her ass one way or another. If you live in Oklahoma or Texas, somewhere like that, you're in Tornado Alley. So Oklahoma, remember that Oklahoma City had those tornadoes a while back, devastating. I mean, you take that chance when you move to a place like that. When you move into a state, city that's in tornado alley, you can end up getting some brutal tornadoes. Like, not just gonna get tornadoes, you're gonna get brutal tornadoes, like F4s and F5 tornadoes. Like, you're gonna get some storms, really bad storms. If you live on the coast, if you live in Florida somewhere, you get the hurricanes. You get hurricanes, you get rain, tropical storms. I mean, you take the risk of running into those. If you live in New York, in Minnesota, in Chicago, Alaska, I mean, it's going to be really cold during the winter. Well, I guess Alaska is just cold, period. But somewhere like Minnesota, New York, Buffalo, New York, somewhere like that, you run into a lot of blizzards, and snowstorms, and 12 inches of snow. You run into those things a lot up there. So, I mean, I guess I could see somebody, saying, hey, well, that's wherever. I mean, depending upon where you want to go, if you want to move in a certain place, you want to move in a certain spot, you take that risk. So, moving to Leilani Estates, Hawaii, is just another risk. It's just a different risk. It's not, you don't have necessarily the, like the tropical depression or tropical storm or anything of that nature to worry about. You just got to worry about a damn volcano erupted and, a 2,000-degree rock landed in your front yard. I don't know about y'all, but it's just something that just doesn't sit right with me about living near a volcano. I couldn't do it, man. I don't know about y'all, but I couldn't do it. My black tail couldn't do it. I could not do it at all, man. I've seen plenty of doggone documentaries about volcanoes when I was little. So they used to just strike fear in me, like, no, I'm not doing that at all. I'm not. Then you got some people trying to get close to it and trying to see it. Man, look here, I would be heading for the hills. Like, in America. Like, I would get the hell out of there. Like, put me on a plane, I'm gone. I'm not trying to see that. I'm not trying to be a part of it. I mean, could you imagine? I mean, imagine how hot 100 degrees is. Like, I'm pretty sure we've all been a part of some type of weather that was 100 degrees at one point in our lives, right? Now, that's hot. Now, that's hot. 100 degrees is hot. I don't care who you are, where you from. 100 degrees is hot. Now, could you imagine 2,000 degrees? Could you imagine it? Imagine you had a 2,000 degree rock sitting in front of you. Imagine you had 2,000 degree lava sitting in front of you. Like, that's crazy just to even think about it. Like, I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it. I don't know about y'all, but I ain't with all that. Shoot, I take my chances living on the coast with a hurricane. I take my chances, OKC or somewhere, Tornado Alley. As much as I hate snow, as much as I hate the blizzards and stuff like that, I probably take my chances in New York, take my chances in Minnesota with a storm, with a blizzard, before I take a chance of having a damn volcano erupt. Could you imagine just standing out in your yard and chatting with the neighbors? Hey, there's 2,000 degree rock sitting in front of your yard. You want to touch it? Like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, man. Hopefully this doesn't amount to a bunch of lives being lost, but it's just crazy, like, just to think about it. I mean, 2,000 degrees, like, nah, fam, I ain't with that. I would pass. I would definitely pass on getting some property out there, at least to live in, So that's just me, man. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but no volcano for me. No volcano for J. Will, man. Not at all. Not doing it. Not me. Not at all. So another thing I want to touch on too. I actually want to touch on this first, but I forgot. Remember my little story about AT&T and the whole rant about them and them trying to charge me too much So you guys know, if you listen to the episode, then you know that I went ahead and canceled my cable. And I must say that it was the best thing I've ever done. I'm seriously. Like, I looked at the bill this month and I didn't even have a bill. They actually owed me money. Like, I actually got $13 credit put in my account. They actually owed me money. I actually gained some money from the whole canceling the Uverse TV. I don't know about y'all, but that made me really happy. I mean, that made me super happy when I saw that. I'm like, really? I don't owe those, you know what, anything this month? Okay. Now I can get down with that right there. And I must say, even though I've canceled the TV, I have not missed it at all. Like, I have not skipped a beat, man. Anything I want to listen to, anything I want to watch, I can watch it. I watch a lot of sports, man. So, and a lot of like sports shows, like The Herd and Undisputed, First Day. I mean, I can catch those things on YouTube. I can catch the podcast. They all have podcasts. So I can get to what I need to get to in other ways. So I don't have to keep shelling out this damn money to AT&T. And to see that I got credited with something was a very good feeling. Very good feeling, man. I'm telling y'all, man, hey, look at your options. Don't be afraid to look at your options, man. You may can find something out there where you can have your cake and eat it too. Or you can get your channels, get whatever, get what you need, and you can save money in the process. Nothing wrong with that. Don't feel bad for that. I know I don't. I don't care. I was happy as hell. Shoot. I'm tired of dumping money down their freaking pockets. I'm going to switch ISPs. Shoot. Go with Charter. They don't got no data caps. And the internet fast. Shoot, man. It's crazy. Sorry, y'all. I'm ranting a little bit. But yeah, man. That's one thing I found out this weekend. Is I didn't owe them. And I was very happy, man. I was ecstatic to see that. Third thing too, man. This damn Fortnite craze. If you guys have kids, you probably know about Fortnite. Maybe they play it, maybe they don't. I've been out of touch with the gaming thing for a minute. I haven't fired up the PS4. I don't know if I fired up the PS4 this year. To be honest, if I did, it probably was in January, early January. Like, I know for a fact I haven't fired it up in like the last 2 months, for sure. I know I didn't fire it up in March. I know I didn't fire it up in April. And if I did fire it up, if I did turn it on, it was just to use the USB 3 ports to charge something up. Like, that's where I'm at with gaming these days. I mean, I got an emulator on my computer too. But, I play that sometimes. I play like the PlayStation 1 games, old games. Tony Hawk Pro Skater, Mortal Kombat, stuff like that. But yeah, man, so I've been kind of out of touch with it. Even though I did say that I was going to start back, especially when I switch internet service providers or whatever, and get with Charter, and get this good fast internet, screw these data caps. And, I actually thought about trying to start a stream or something, which I probably will. Probably get on Twitch or something, have a Cheap Truth stream, Cheap Truth gaming channel, something like that. I don't know. I'm kind of interested to try this Fortnite thing out. I wonder if any of you guys ever tried that out. Any of you guys play games, Fortnite? It's supposed to be like real good. It's supposed to be really fun. Back in my day, the whole multiplayer craze was like Call of Duty or something, which I guess it's Call of Duty still. Last one that came out with was Call of Duty World War II. I don't know how good it was. I never played it. But I know back in the gap, everybody was playing Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2. So I guess this is just history repeating itself, and it's just repeating itself with a different game. So Fortnite is that game. Uh, but yeah, man, I wonder if it's really that good. Like, I mean, it looks pretty fun, but you know how it is. Sometimes they hype these things up. But I guess it's been around for a minute, and a lot of people play it. You got a lot of sports guys playing, a lot of athletes playing it. I mean, they're endorsing it. They're tweeting out, "Hey, about to join, about to run squads or whatever the terminology is." So it's a very popular game. So I don't know, man. Maybe Jay will try it out, man. Get this whole cheap true stream popping, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know about y'all, man, but gaming has, like, from what I can see, gaming has kind of evolved over the years. I guess I don't know if it's necessarily evolved, but it's gotten different over the years. Like, they actually have MLG, Major League Gaming, so they've actually made like competitive games. They've made a sport out of it, basically. Like, it's actually competitive. They actually have judges. They have teams. Those teams have practices. They have scrims. They do little weights, little training for their arms, for their eyes. They have gaming glasses. They got the gaming energy drinks. They got the gaming chairs. And if you guys think I'm BSing, just look this up. Just Google gaming chairs. They will literally have a gaming chair. It's supposed to be dedicated to just gaming, just sitting in front of your TV and just playing the game. It's obviously probably the most nerdish thing I've ever seen in my life, especially the gaming energy drinks. I mean, seriously, yeah, gaming energy drinks. I mean, really, gaming. They actually have gaming glasses. I mean, like, they really have taken that thing. They've taken it to another level. They actually have merchandise now. Gaming glasses, gaming chairs, man. Back in my day, shoot, man, you just pulled up a chair or you sat on the floor, sat on the edge of the bed, and shoot, just played the damn game. Now you gotta have a certain screen, certain resolution, and you gotta have the gaming controllers and the gaming energy drinks and the gaming glasses and the gaming headphones. Like, come on, man. I guess all of that stuff, it has its advantages, I guess, but I don't know, it's crazy. I still think that the whole gaming glass thing and the gaming energy drinks is like just the most game nerdish thing I've ever heard of in my life. But whatever, I digress. So man, the main thing I wanted to talk about was LeBron James. So let's see, the Raptors just went down 4-0 against the Cavs. So that series is over. It's over with, man. The Raptors, man. Toronto, you will be running back to the 6 with your woes with Drake, and he'll be leading the way. So, I mean, I just don't understand why people hate LeBron so much, man. Let's see tonight, how many points did he have? He had 29. Let's see, I'm looking here. He had 29 points, 11 assists, 8 rebounds. Kevin Love chipped in 23 points, 6 rebounds. George Hill, 12 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists. I mean, the players who needed to chip in, they chipped in. So I just don't understand why people hate this guy so much, man. He's the perfect example of what I was talking about in a previous podcast. I can't remember which one it was. In life, man, you should try to satisfy yourself before you try to satisfy others. I mean, you look at LeBron, man. First of all, he's a damn good player. I mean, he's gonna go down like top 5, top 10 at a minimum. Like, I don't see how you could keep him out of the top 10 for sure. It's gonna be hard to keep him out the top 5. I mean, you look at what he does on the court. You look at him as an all-around player, what he does defensively, what he does offensively, rebounding the ball, orchestrating the offense, being a good teammate, making the right plays, basketball IQ, performing. I mean, we've seen him make some clutch shots. This postseason, he's made clutch shots in previous postseasons. Just seems like nobody wants to give him credit for that. Man, he's came up with he's come up with clutch performances. I mean, the guy has just he's pretty much done everything right, man. The only thing you could get on LeBron for real is the decision. Like that's it. I mean, LeBron, he's done it the right way, man. He's done it the right way. He married his high school sweetheart. Married his high school sweetheart, man. He actually put his team on. He put his friends on. He made them millionaires so they could start their own businesses. He did that. He put them on. Made them millionaires. He's giving out a lot of money, sending kids to college, donations. I mean, he has definitely contributed to his community and contributed to kids, all that good stuff, man. I mean, the guy, you really can't find anything wrong with him. Like, he's just a great guy, man. He's a great guy. He did it the right way. You haven't seen LeBron James in the news for a DUI. You haven't seen him in the news for domestic violence. You haven't seen him in the news for any of that. The only thing that you can say about LeBron is that he had the decision. He had that decision thing. He had the decision whole, TV show or whatever to make a choice to leave Cleveland. That's it. Which, if I remember correctly, wasn't even his idea. It was somebody else. So if that's all you can, find on his, rap sheet or whatever, that's the only stain that you can find, he's doing pretty good. I mean, the guy just goes out and balls consistently, man. Balls consistently. Plays good. Balls. Makes the right plays. Just an overall good guy, man. Excellent player. Excellent passer. Just excellent damn near everything. And over the past few seasons, man, you see he's gotten better shooting the ball. So, why... I just don't understand why do people hate this man. And I'm not even a LeBron stan. Like, I'm not a LeBron hater. I'm not a LeBron, apologist or anything of that nature. Like, not even a little bit. But I respect greatness. And I respect somebody who goes out there, man, and just consistently performs. And he's one of those guys. He's one of the best ever, man. Like, you got to give him that. At some point, man, you just got to ask yourself, man, is it worth hating this guy, man? Like, is it really worth hating him like that? Like, why? Why can't it just be, damn, LeBron James is a great player. He's an excellent human being. He's a swell fellow. You feel me? Like, what's wrong with saying that? What's wrong with giving somebody their props? You guys do realize you can like Jordan and LeBron. You can like Kobe and LeBron. You can like all three. You could even say, I'm not about to get into the argument of who's better, not about to get into the numbers, anything of that nature. Look, you can think what you want to think. You could think that Kobe is better than LeBron and still big up LeBron. Like, it doesn't have to be, a one-way street here. Like, it's okay. You can like different people, man. It's America. You can love Kobe. All the Kobe stands out there. It's cool. You can love him. You can be diehard Laker. You can be a diehard Jordan fan. I'm a Jordan fan. I love Jordan. Me personally, I don't think anybody could ever trump that. But I can think that, but give LeBron his props. I can still get a man his props, man. And you can too. I mean, you see what he's doing? I always say this, man. Hey, my boy AC, I always get worked up when I say this, but you look back at that team that LeBron took to the finals. With who on that? You can't even remember. I mean, who was it? Zadrinas, Ilgauskas, Danielle Marshall, Eric Snow. Who else was on that team? I can't even remember who else was on that damn team. Right? Just a bunch of nobodies, really. With LeBron on there, they went to the finals. If you swapped LeBron for Kobe, do you think that Kobe would have taken them to the finals? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think Kobe could have. I don't think he could have accomplished that. Now, granted, we're just thinking in hindsight here and thinking hypothetical, but I'm just saying, like, there's nothing wrong with giving this guy his just due, man. I mean, you see what he's doing. You see what he's done his whole career, man. Just consistently performed. He's giving you great performance after great performance. I just don't get it, man. I just do not get it. I just don't. I don't get people, man. I don't get why. Like, why are we just so? I guess sports in general just makes us emotional. Like, people get so worked up about this whole Jordan LeBron argument, man. Like, people get so worked up. Like, especially the Jordan stands and the Kobe stands. Oh, man, they get worked up when you try to say anybody better than Kobe. They will not let that go for nothing. They will die. Man, they will take that to the grave. Like, they will fight you, literally, about that damn argument, man. But it's just like, it's just nothing wrong with saying that both guys were good. You can love who you want to love, man. You can appreciate who you want to appreciate. All I'm saying is, what's wrong with appreciating greatness, man? What's wrong with appreciating somebody, you know, that's done it the right way, man? That's been so humble. Yeah, I mean, I guess LeBron, he's had, you know, he's had some big head moments too, you know. But I mean, nobody's perfect, okay? Nobody's perfect. I'm not saying that LeBron James is perfect. All I'm saying is, I don't think that he deserves the hate that he gets, man. A lot of it is just unwarranted. I tweeted this out. The whole LeBron isn't clutch thing. The majority of people who make those arguments are Kobe fans. They're just Kobe fans. And they just don't want to give up. They don't want to give LeBron any kind of leverage over Kobe, man. They just won't. They won't. They will die. Like I said, they will take it to the grave. They will not give LeBron any props, man. And I just think that that's just, you know, like, why? Like, what's the point? It's cool, man. You can like both of them. It's cool. Like, you can like fried chicken and baked chicken. Ain't nobody saying you just gotta like fried chicken. You can like fried chicken and baked chicken. You can like fried pork chops. You can like baked pork chops. You can like scrambled eggs. You can like eggs sunny side up. You can like both of them, man. You can like mashed potatoes. You can like baked potatoes. Like, what's wrong with that? He's about to take his team. Well, he's taking his team to the Eastern Conference Finals. And the way things are looking, you know, even though the 76ers won tonight, I got to think that the Celtics find a way to close them out. And it's going to be the Cavs and the Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals again. And I don't know about y'all, but it looks like Cleveland's playing pretty well. I mean, those role players are starting to chip in. I don't know whether it's just a Raptors thing, but I think that this will build up some confidence going forward. I don't see the Celtics beating them. They not beating. Yeah, you're not about to roll out there with that squad without Kyrie, without Gordon Hayward. You're not about to roll that squad out there and beat LeBron and the Cavs. It's just not happening. So it's looking like the Cavs end up back in the finals. And I still think that the Warriors end up getting back to the finals. So it'll be the Warriors and the Cavs again. Still staying on my prediction that, well, it looks like it looks like one of the two things won't happen because they'll end up going to the finals. And I said that they would either lose in the Eastern Conference Finals or get smoked in the finals. So it looks like they are on their way to getting smoked in the finals against the Warriors. But my point is, look at what LeBron James is doing, bro. Just look what he's doing. You know, look at Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook can't even get out the first round of the playoffs. As good as he is, look what LeBron is doing, man. How could you hate that, man? How could you hate that, man? I just don't understand, man. I don't understand how you can hate him. You know, I just don't. I don't get it, man. I don't get it, man. It's okay, man. It's okay. You can like both players, man. You can have your cake and eat it too, man. It's cool if you're a Kobe fan. It's cool if you're a Jordan fan. It's cool if you're a Magic Johnson fan. Just get his guys props, man. You see what he's doing. He's balling. He's been balling his whole career. And this is coming from a guy who really didn't like LeBron. Especially around that decision time when he went to Miami. I guess everybody pretty much hated LeBron. But eventually, man, you get grown. You grow out of it, man. You learn to respect a man. You learn to respect what he stands for. And I respect what LeBron stands for, man. I respect that, man. Straight up and down. Respect greatness. He gonna do his thing. Gonna go down as one of the best of all time. One of the greatest of all time. And that's fine. He can do that. He's going to do that. You can give him his props, and you can also give everybody else props too that you want to give props. And all is right with the world. So I don't understand, man. I just don't get why y'all don't like him. So I think y'all need to, like Pimp C said, get out the boo boo and get out the boo boo, man, and get this man some dap and give him some props. So anyway, like I said, the Cavs they'll be advancing, and looks like it'll probably end up being against the Celtics without Kyrie. So good for them, I guess. You know, as far as the Western Conference, I guess just kind of stick to basketball, stay on basketball, shut up and stick to basketball. You know, the Warriors took a 3-1 lead on the Pelicans. I'm telling y'all, nobody beating the Warriors. Yeah, you're not beating the Warriors in a 7-game series. It's not happening. I know I say that every time I talk about them, but I'm going to continue to say it because I need y'all to realize nobody's beating them. What KD had the other night with 38? 38 hot? Come on, man. Come on, man. This is not happening, man. When they firing on all cylinders, bro, it's just that barrage of bullets start hitting you. It ain't a vest in the world that's going to save you, man. It ain't a vest in the world. It's no gun-free zone sign that's gonna save you. Once they start getting off, man. Once the artillery starts firing, KD and Klay Thompson and Chef Curry and Draymond and all those guys, no, not happening, man. Nobody's beating them in a 7-game series. Looks like the Rockets will end up beating the Jazz. They won this weekend. I mean, I've said this before. We've seen this out of Mike D'Antoni's teams. They get real close. They're really entertaining, but they always end up losing before getting to the finals. And it would be the same thing. Now, I think it'd actually be a pretty good series. Like, it's not. I don't think Golden State's going to smoke them in a rout. They're not going to fall them. They're not going to sweep them. I think it'll be like 6 or 7 games. But they will end up losing because nobody's beating the Warriors. Nobody's going to beat the Warriors this year unless somebody makes a super power play next year, like a LeBron James to Philly or LeBron James to, I don't know, maybe even a Houston somewhere. Like, there will have to be a major shift. Like, it's going to have to be a big old power play. It's going to have to be a big power play, man. And to try to even the odds. Because Golden State, they run that same squad out there, nobody's beating them. I keep saying it because I mean it. And I want you guys to feel me. I want you guys to feel me when I say this. Nobody's beating the Warriors in a 7-game series. Nobody. They look too good. They're too sharp. They got too many weapons. You just got to admit it, man. Another thing too, man. Can we admit that Kevin Durant made the right decision to go to Golden State? You look at KD, man. Is it me or does it looks like KD looks a whole lot happier in Golden State? I mean, we see he's been a little more outlandish, I guess, a little more talkative. He just looks happier. He just looks like he's in a happier situation, man. You feel me? It's like somebody who breaks up with, their boyfriend or their girlfriend for years, and they hop in another relationship, and they're cheesing all the time, and they're just always just so happy and just always smiling to themselves, giggling to themselves, feeling so good, waking up in the morning, feeling so good. Like that's what happened with KD when he left Russell Westbrook. We need to admit that was the right decision, man. Stop hating on KD. I know he had the whole thing with the burner account, which I think that's sad, but whatever. Nobody's perfect. He's probably not the only one with a burner account. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of athletes running around here with burner accounts, answering hateful comments, Twitter comments. So he's probably not the only one. He just got caught. So we gotta get him for that. But yeah, man. KD made the right decision to go to Golden State. I think so. Even though you could argue it was a weak move, you can say whatever, but it was the right decision, man. Yet another example of what I was telling you, like with the AT&T bill. Nothing wrong with reevaluating where you're at and trying to put yourself in a good situation. So KD put himself in a good situation. I believe LeBron's going to do the same thing. He's setting up perfectly for him to lead Cleveland. He's setting up perfectly. I'm telling you. For him to lead Cleveland. They're going to get ramrodded in the finals, and he's going to be out of there. Now, I actually saw somewhere that, where did I see this? I think Shaq said that he thinks that Paul George and LeBron will end up in L.A. I believe Paul George is going to end up in L.A. I don't know about LeBron. I don't think LeBron wants the whole Kobe Magic thing going for him. Like, I don't know if he wants to deal with that. I'm not saying he's scared to. Like, I don't think he's gonna run away from it necessarily because he's scared. I just don't think he wants to deal with it. Now, I could be wrong. And on top of that, I don't think he's gonna play for Luke Walton. I honestly think LeBron's ready for a Hall of Fame coach. He's never had a Hall of Fame coach. The only time he's had Hall of Fame coaches is when he's played in the Olympics. That's it. Besides that, none of the guys, we don't think Eric Spoelstra's going to the Hall of Fame. We don't think Ty Lue's going to the Hall of Fame. The only thing Ty Lue's going to the Hall of Fame for is that epic picture of Allen Iverson stepping over him after making that shot. That's the only way Ty Lue's getting to the Hall of Fame. That's the only picture we'll have with Ty Lue in the Hall of Fame. That damn Allen Iverson thing. Stepping over him. That iconic picture. So, yeah, man. It's setting up perfectly for LeBron to get on up out of there, man. Get on up out of there. Throw them deuces. Man. Another thing, too, man. I tweeted this out. You look at Toronto and you look at Portland. Toronto and Portland are basically the same teams. You look at Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan. They're pretty much Dame Lillard and CJ McCollum. So, very good players, great players, but you're not winning a championship with those two guys as your leading guys. Great guys. I'm not saying that they aren't good players. I'm not saying that you can't win a championship with them on your team necessarily, but you're not going to win championships with those guys as your leading, scorers, leading guys. It's just not going to happen. Great players, but it's just not going to happen. So, their teams are just going to always just kind of be around. They're going to make it to the second round, even though Portland got blown out. They got eliminated in the first round this year, but those teams are going to kind of always just be around, always just kind of going to be in the fight, second round, maybe even make it to the conference final, but they're not going to, you're not winning a championship with those guys as the as the leading actors. It's just not happening. So Toronto talked a lot of smack before the actual series. A lot of fans chirping. Y'all know how it is up there. But like I said earlier, they can just run back to the six with their woes, with Drake leading the way. So the baby dinosaurs, as everybody has been calling them, get eliminated. But anyway, man, that's pretty much all I got to talk about. I'll be back on Friday. Well, I don't know, man. I might put an episode out tomorrow, man. You just gotta subscribe, man. Keep track of the Twitter page. Keep track of the Facebook page if you got a Facebook. It's quite possible that I may put out an episode tomorrow. I don't know. Depends on how I feel. So anyway, appreciate you guys stopping in. That's all I got to talk about. Chief True signing out. Appreciate you for download, subscribing, listening to your boy, checking in. Thanks. I hope you guys have a good day. Be blessed. And most of all, be safe. So, I'll holler at you. Signing off. Peace.